excited to hear your insights.
Okay, thank you, Ayla.
Yes. So, Miss Arum, the time and place is yours.
Okay, can you help me to share my presentation?
Yes, of course. For our operator, you may present the presentations, please.
Okay, I will wait. The presentation will be shared.
Yes, Miss, it will be present, well, a bit. Okay, so before the presentations being present, maybe we're going to be like a little chit chat.
Okay.
Okay, so Miss Arum, how are you today? Is everything good?
Yes, of course. And actually, I have a really interesting with this agenda today because I'm really into this journal and the scientific writing. So maybe I will share a little my experience about the writing.
Yes, I've heard about your writing and it's very satisfying. It's very good. Like, yeah. And here's the presentation. So the time and place is yours, Miss.
Okay, can everyone see this share screen? I think. Okay, good afternoon. Okay, yeah. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good
My
afternoon,
voice
Miss.
is clear, right? Okay. Actually, I'm really excited today because actually I'm not expertise in this journal, but I will share a little bit my experience in writing, and I have been work in journal in Gajah Mada University when I was in undergraduate. So I want to share about the understanding journal. So I hope it can be used to you guys. Today we'll talk about the first one, what the academic journal and how the structure, and also the difference between a research article and review article, and also the difference between journal and journal article. Because I think some people still confused what is the difference with the research paper, the review paper like this. And I will show you what is the benefit when we have to a lot of publication, and also benefits for researcher and wider community. Okay, next. Okay, I think, can you, okay. Okay, what is a journal? A journal is a scholarly publication that contains research and also review article related to the research output or report, and presenting the latest and most up-to-date findings in various fields, and also the study. And especially the every journal has a specific scope. So I want mention, if you are a social science area, you can apply or you can search in social science journal. And if you interested in engineering, or you can also search about the journal in the engineering or the technology scope. So, a journal usually published regularly and are organized in volume and issue. And the structure in journal, that in the picture that I show you, this is from the Journal of Food Processing and Preservation, because I'm from food science. So this is the journal that I'm actually often submit in this journal. So this is the example. The structure in journal like a book. So this is content volume and also issue number. The volume the volume represent in a set of issue published with a specific years and period, and then the issue number is refers to individual publication within a volume, typically published monthly or quarterly. So when someone mention like this Journal of Food Processing and Preservation, volume 45, issue 9, they are talking about the 9 issue of the journal, and that particular year. This year is 20 and 21. So the volume and the issue number represent this journal. Okay, next. And here the difference between journal and journal article. I think some people still confused about why more people mention journal, but it's actually in the journal article. Now let's clear up on the common confusion, the difference between journal and journal article. In the left side, it's a journal. A journal is a collection of article focuses on a particular subject or field. And for example, this one, Journal of Food Processing and Preservation, is a journal that specializes in food science. Generally, every journal has a specific scope and also specific focus. Like I mentioned before, if you want to learn about social science, you would look into the social science journal. And if you interest in engineering or in technology, you would explore the journal dedicated to the engineering and also the technology scopes. And the right side is the article, journal article. When the journal is the book or the collective journal, and a journal article is a single research paper or single review paper. For example, this is my paper that I published in Journal of Food Processing and Preservation. The title is Characterization of Tuna Skin Gelatin Edible Film with Various Plasticizer Essential Oils and Their Effect on Beef Appearance. So this is my article, is part of a research paper of research article. This is called as journal article. So the difference beside the journal and journal article, like the journal is a book and the journal article is the individual capture of that book. So the journal article is the part of journal. When we talk about writing right now, we write journal article, not entire the journal, because it's impossible when we write the entire of journal. So I will mention to you guys that when I mention journal article is about your writing in this section. Like typically, researcher might conduct 3 up to 4 studies in year, and which mean the could publish 3 up to 4 journal article per year. So it's impossible when a researcher or a writer will be writing the entire of journal. So I hope you count the difference with journal and journal article. Okay, next. This is the part to selecting the reputable journal. When you have to finish your writing, or when you still cite about to improve your writing. When you're submitting your work or citing sources, it's crucial to consider the quality of the journal. Like a reputable journal ensure the credibility of your research and also your citation. So I will suggest you to choose journal that are well regarding in your field for better impact and visibility. So how to know this journal is reputable or this journal is unreputable? Because recently have many issue about journal like predatory journal and journal that just want the money and the quality is not good. So this is some point that I will mention. The reputable journal are characterized by, first one is about accreditation and also the indexing, like recognition from the global academic bodies and indexing, inclusion in the reputable database like Scopus, Web of Science, and other. And in Indonesia, the national accreditation called ASINTA. So when you choose journal, you must learn about the accreditation and the indexing journal. And the second one is impact factor. Impact factor is a measure of a journal citation, because its citation is really important. Citation is a reference to source used in research and giving credit to the original author and allow other to verify the information. So when your article or you find the journal that has high citation, it's also the research have good impact, credibility, and visibility. So I want to suggest you, before you choose the journal for your article, or also to make sure that your reference is good or is reputable, you can check the accreditation and also the indexation and also the impact factor of your journal. For example, on the journal that I submit my article, this is Journal of Food Processing and Preservation. This is indexed by Scopus and also indexed by Web of Science. So it's can be a reputable journal. Next. And here the example, some picture about the indexing and accreditation. This is the Scopus. This is my article. My article that submit in some quartile on Scopus and also Web Science. And this is the example, the journal, the accreditation by SINTA, the International Journal on Advanced Science Information Technology. So I just suggest you guys, when you submit or also when you cite your paper, you need to check the journal. Again, next. And this about the benefits of selecting a reputable journal. First one is credibility, enhance on the trust of your research, and also increase impact, more likely to be cited and also reach a wider audience, and quality assurance, strong peer review insurability, global reach, credit growth, and also the networking. Actually, I have some a little bit share. I want to share my experience, the benefit of selecting a reputable journal. Actually, I'm aware of BPI and LPDP scholarship, and what helped me to secure this scholarship was my publication, especially in my reputable publication, because I have published in some reputable journal and have almost more than 10 citation in each article. So when I have to interview, I share about my writing, about my paper and journal. So I think this is helped me to secure my scholarship. So I want share to you guys, when you have free time or you have data on your research, you can start to writing, and then you can search what journal you want and what journal is suitable with your research. So I think it can be benefit to you. Again, next. And I want to share about the difference between research article and review article. Especially until now, I have concern in research article. but actually my review article is not many like my research article, but now I still writing my research article and collaborate with my friend from Taiwan University. So here, the difference between research article and review article. Research article present original research finding like the primary data, including experiment, survey, and data analysis. The purpose of research article is to contribute new knowledge or confirm hypothesis, and the structure contain methodology and result, and the review article didn't contain the methodology and result. It's just the body. Like the review article is the summarize, analysis, and synthesis existing research on a particular topic. The purpose of review article to provide an overview in the field and highlight trends, gaps, and future research area. So I can mention that the research article is the primary data, and the review article usually secondary data. So when you not yet finish your research, I suggest you to start writing review article. But when you have finished your research or have finished your data, I suggest you to write the research article. Okay, next I will share you the structure research article and also the review article. Next. Okay, here on the structure of research article. First, research article are usually structured abstract. A short summary of the articles, like main point, what the study was about, and what was found, and why it mattered. And next, introduction. Introduction set the stage for the research. It explains the problem, the study, and why it's important, and the novelty of your research you can mention in the introduction. And the third is methodology, like material and methods. It describe how the research was conducted, what tools or method were used. So I think I suggest you to write your paper or your article first in the methodology because the methodology has been done with your research. And next, result or result indication. The result present the data collected usually with chart, table, or and the discussion interprets the result, what they mean, and are they surprising, and how they compare with the other study, and you can explain the reason why your data increase or decrease. And then the conclusion contains summarize the key finding and suggest recommendation or future research. And the last is reference. And I actually have an experience in writing an article just one day, and I finished because I had a tight deadline. So I want to share a quick writing tips to you guys. Like this one, the tips. I just finished my writing in one day. First one, start with the easiest part. I think the easiest part is material in method. Don't begin with the introduction because the introduction, I think, is the hardest section to write. So the material and methods, it's the section is easiest, and it's based on what you have already done in your research. So I think it's really easier. So when you have finished your material and method, you think you almost finish your paper because the material and method maybe it's long. And the next you can move to the result. The result, just write one up to two sentences, And for each pieces or each data or each figure to summarize, then elaborate by comparing your results with 2 up to 3 previous study and providing explanation for your finding. Don't forget that the important thing about the research paper is the findings and the novelty of your research. So you can highlight the novelty and the findings in result. After that, work on the conclusion, follow the abstract, and the last is introduction. And don't forget to use reference tool to organize your citation and significantly speed up your process, like Mendeley or Zotero and whatever. This is a little tips for you to write your paper, to write your research article quickly. Okay, next. And here the structure of review article. I think everyone can write the review article because the review article um don't need us to hold the research to collect the data. It's just summarize the review that you want to summarize. That this is content first, abstract, a summary, and then introduction describe the importance of the review, and the main focus and the main part of the structure of research article is the body. The body organized by theme or subtopics, reviewing existing literature. So the main part of the review article in the body. And also the discussion. The body and the discussion can be separated or can be, and then last conclusion is summarize the key insight and purpose area for further research. And the last references. This is the example of the review paper, and the previews in the exam. My paper is the example of the research paper or research article. So I hope you can know what is the difference between the review article and research article. And again, I suggest you to start write for the review article if you didn't have data or didn't have finished your research. Again, next. Okay, this part I think it's interesting. The importance of journal existing. The importance of journal existing. On knowledge preservation, the journal serves as a permanent record of research and also ensuring that valuable knowledge is preserved and accessible for the future generation. And journal existing also important to academic and scientific growth because the journal are key to advancing field of study, providing a platform for researchers to share their findings, innovation, and theory. Because the journal, especially in the research journal, have primary data, so it's really important for the scientific growth. And then global communication. They enable researchers, scholars, and professionals worldwide to connect, exchange ideas, and build on each other work. And also, the importance of journal existing is about the credible sources. Journal provide reliable, peer-reviewed content that help inform decisions in research, policy, and also practice. And the last, encouraging innovation. They foster innovation by publishing new ideas, experimental results, and cutting-edge study that inspire exploration. So that's the important journal existing. So I cannot imagine we when the journal doesn't exist, we don't know the trend, we don't know what's the new findings and what the new innovation. So I think this is the importance of journal existing. And next. we will talk about the importance. Next, can we move to the next slide? The importance of the journal in academic and also scientific community become the knowledge dissemination, academic development, and also innovation and impact. In knowledge dissemination, journals are essential for spreading new research finding, new novelty across the global academic community. And academic development is provide a platform for researchers to engage with others in their field, advancing collective knowledge. And in the innovative and impact, it promotes the innovation by sharing new ideas, new methods that can be applied to various fields and practices. So I think this is the important from the academic and scientific community. And next, this is next slide. This is the interesting part, the benefit of writing a journal. First, the academic recognition, because the publishing your research help establish the credibility and recognition in your field. And, and the second is career advancement. Publication enhance your academic profile, often leading to career growth, promotion, and funding opportunity. I think in the funding opportunity, I will share to you that I have an experience because I read some research paper and I read some review paper. I has a finding from my scholarship to join the conferences, and I think it's really interesting. We can travel around the world with the funding from our scholarship or our institution because of our writing, because we have the reputable article, we have a good article. So I suggest you to start writing because you can gain the big benefit. And the third, contributing to knowledge, because the writing allow you to contribute to the broader academic and scientific community. And the last, skill development, because the writing enhance critical thinking, writing skill, and research methodology. So this is the benefit of writing a journal article. So I suggest you to start writing, start from now, I think. Next. Okay, here on the interesting aspect of the writing journal article. First one, for the intellectual challenge, writing an article challenge your ability to critically analyze data and contribute original thought. And then collaboration opportunity, because the writing and publishing often leads to collaboration with scholars and researchers from around the world. This is this number two is that I did now, because I have I have a collaboration with my friend in Taiwan University, and also I have a collaboration to write the review paper or review article with my friend from the Tohoku University. So I hope you, when you start to writing, you have a lot of collaboration opportunity. And the next, about the personal certification, seeing your research published in a reputable journal is a significant professional milestone. And I think when you have a lot of publication in reputable journal, you and have good citation or have high citation or high impact factor journal is good for you. And the next is recognition. This is the important too. Well-cited article can increase your visibility and reputation in your academic field. This is the example. Maybe my article in Scopus, not really, not many other. This I have 3 documents in Scopus, but now I still writing and improve my research paper, and I will submit in Scopus Index Journal and also a Web of Science indexing journal. So I hope you start from now to writing, and you can contribute in scientific and in academic forum. And I hope this forum, Youth Academic Forum, I hope in the final this forum uh, have an output like a journal publication. So I think it's really beneficial for the participant if the output of the Youth Academic Forum is publishing the journal. Again, next. And here the advantage of having multiple publication. This is my publication in Google Scholar, include from Scopus, and include from Web of Science, include from Synta indexing. So the advantage of having multiple publication, there are increased academic visibility because more publication enhance your profile and recognition in the academic community, and can be improve career or career progression because the multiple publication are often required for career advancement, and also career networking opportunity and knowledge sharing like that I mentioned before. Okay, next slide. I think this is the last conclusion that I will share about the journal, about the benefit in the journal, and also how to quickly write the paper or research paper. This is the conclusion. First one, journal is cornerstone of academic and scientific communication, and writing and publishing journal article contribute to personal academic growth, career advancements, and the dissemination of knowledge. And last, it's essential to understand the different type of article, how to write them, and the importance of ethical publishing practices, including avoiding plagiarism. I think this is really important you start to when you start to rating. Avoiding plagiarism is important because I think really many plagiarism now, and also the some issue about the predatory journals still in trend. So I hope you can find your reputable journal to submit your paper and avoiding plagiarism. Okay, next, this is the last slide. Some quotes, I think. I have two quotes for you because I think the embrace failure, don't fear to failure, because failure take it as an opportunity to learn and grow. And I suggest you to start writing now, because act now is really good for you. The best time to start is today. If you just presentation only holds you back. So I hope you can start now to writing your paper, your article, and submit it in reputable journal. And I hope that your academic forum can accommodate all participants can publish their writing. Okay, that's all. Thank you. Maybe I will time issue, Miss Ayla.
Okay, thank you so much for Miss Arum for this knowledge. We've already gained a lot of knowledge and a lot of skill, a lot of tips and tricks from your personal experience. And before we are jump to the Q&A sessions, maybe we can go to documentations first. And now let's capture this moment with a group photo. Please turn on your cameras and give us your brightest smiles, please. Okay, so we are still waiting for the others to turn on the cameras. And for the informations, this webinar is also streaming in YouTube right now. And for the question and answer sessions, there will be a Q&A from the YouTube too. So before we jump into the Q&A sessions, let's take a picture together. For operator, you may take your picture now, please. Okay, moderator.
Okay, in my count, in 3, 2, 1. Okay, again, in 3, 2, 1. All right, perfect.
Thank you so much for the moderator for capturing this moment. And now it's your turn to join the conversations. If you have any questions, please raise your hand or type them in the chat box. And yes, maybe if there's any questions.
Any question regarding my presentation, especially in writing article? I'm really excited if you have a question, guys.
Maybe the first questions from me, is it okay? Because your material is already, it's really, really good, and I really interested in writing.
Yeah.
Maybe for the first questions, maybe could you please share with us, Miss, what are some practical tips for writing and organizing a research article effectively? I know that you've already give a lot of tips and tricks, but maybe another tips and trick, because you have a lot of experience in writing areas.
Okay. Okay, Ayla, I will try to answer your question. It's really interesting question. Actually, based on my experience that I have write 1 day article and finish and also submit the article and also accepted in the journal. So before we start writing, especially when you start writing the research article or research paper, you need to make sure that your data is clearly collected and clearly analysis statistical analysis clearly. So you just start to write. And first one, like I mentioned before, please start from the easiest part of writing. This case in the research paper, you can start in result or method and material and method. So I think for me the easiest part is result, because a result I have the data, I have the figure. I just start writing 1 up to 2 sentences that describe the data or describe the figure, like uh this data increasing blah 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 blah, or this data decreasing blah 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 blah. So on the reason why decrease or why increase, you can also describe just 1 up to 2 sentences per or per data or per figure. So you can continue with the discussion with the previous study, and you can also add the reason why it's increase or the reason why it decrease. So I think you can finish the result and discussion no more than 1 hour, because you just you have uh you have data, you have figure, and just typing your 1 up to 2 sentence and discuss with the previous study. I think less than 1 hours you can finish your result and discussion. So after result and discussion, you can move to the method, material and methods, or this part material and methods and result and discussion. You can, the first one material and method on result and discussion. or also result and discussion first and then material and method. I think this is the easiest part. When you just finish the easiest part, you can motivate yourself because wow, this is more than 70% of my paper almost done. So I think it's your motivate you to finish the introduction, to finish the abstract, to finish the conclusion. This is some tips in research paper, but it's difference in a review article. Actually, my review article experience not much like my research paper, so I can suggest you to um first you can find what the novelty of your review paper. Maybe you can search the Google Scholar or Science Direct or the Scopus or the others journals search research, so you can find what's your novelty, because the novelty is really important today. And the novelty can bring you your paper will be accepted or rejected in your reputable journal. So for the review paper, you can first search what the novelty or something that have not review before. You need to explore the research. Like when you just know what is the novelty, you can start for give the mind map, what's in the body, what's in the thing that you will summarize or what you will review. So I think this is can help you to quickly finish your review paper or review article.
Thank you so much, Miss Arum, for your answer.
Okay.
It's actually really you have full hacks actually, because we've already like finished 70% of our paper just by doing the easiest one. It's really genius actually. Okay, so we have a questions in a chat. This is from Rahma Anindita. Miss Arum, I have one question. I have an interest in researching and writing journals, and I enjoy the process of doing it. But I'm currently not in an academic environment since I'm a working practitioner. So my questions will be: is it possible to do a research and even publish a journal when you're not a part of any academic institutions? Thanks.
Okay, thank you, Rahma. It's really possible. I think the first one, you need to have an institution, because if you write a journal, you need to write your affiliation, you need to write your institution. Maybe you are a student or working in the your student or worker.
No, I'm a worker.
Oh yeah.
I've graduated from undergraduate study.
Okay. Okay, Rahma. I suggest you to write your affiliation of your institution on your work. So I think it's okay. Not only for academic, when you start to write, you can start by your working institution. It's okay. And I think I suggest you to collaborate with the academic or the researcher to to improve or to elevate the percentage the presentation your paper will be accepted in the journal, because I think the journals is search the novelty. So I think you can collaborate with the researcher or the academic institution, Rahma.
Okay, thank you so much for your answer, Miss Arum. Rahma, does that address your concern? Okay,
Okay.
so
Thank you, Rahma.
yes, thank you so much, Rama, for your questions. And due to limited time, unfortunately, this will be our last questions for today's webinar sessions. This is from Fadla Naska. Miss Arun, may I have a question? We are often asked to write reputable journals or papers. How does publishing in reputable journals contribute to career advancement and academic recognitions? So
Okay,
maybe
thank you, Fadlan, for the question. Actually, I have mentioned before, like my experience. Um, Actually, I am worthy of PPI and LPDP scholarship, and the thing and the part that helped me to become the awardee because I have a reputable reputable article publishing in reputable journal. Like when I have an interview with the panelists really interesting in my research, especially my journal article that published in reputable journal. And also when you publish in reputable journal, it's you have you have a big opportunity to have high citation, because I think the more reputable journal, the citation is higher, and it's many researcher or many people will interest with your work. Beside your novelty, I think, beside your research novelty or your review paper novelty, I think the reputable journal can bring you to the higher citation, because the higher citation can recognize your academic and also your career.
Okay, thank you so much for your answer, Miss Arum. So, yes, this is the last chapter of our webinar sessions. For today's lesson, we already learned a lot about the structure, importance, and benefit of journals. We've already got a lot of tip and trick and hack too from Miss Arum about her experience. And thank you so much, Miss Arum, for sharing your experience with us. Thank you to all the participants for your questions and insights. Your engagement made these sessions truly special. Before we end, don't forget to check our program, the Youth Academic Forum, that as it will be a great platform for you to hone your journal and research skills. And don't forget to keep exploring the world of journal and academic writing. I think that's all from me. I'm Ayla Faiza. Will be already so happy for guiding these webinar sessions. Maybe that's all from me. Thank you for today, everyone. Good afternoon.
Ayla and others.
Yes, thank you so much, Kak.
Ya, thank you juga.